guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and yeah, looks like probably by the time I'm recording this right about now, it's already really getting close to midnight right about now, so yeah, I guess if anything, I've must have gotten right onto this much later than what I thought was gonna be, but yeah, I probably should be in bed right about now because I pretty much had an exhausting day right about now, and plus, probably right here, probably as we speak, I know I'm setting my eyes to see Ghostbusters Afterlife as we speak, and don't worry, I will get to it right about now, so, but yeah, not to worry, I guess for today's thoughts video right about now, it's still gonna be as normal as always right about now, despite the massive setback that I've put to myself earlier tonight right about now, but I'm still here to give you guys what you want, to be honest, which is, you know, give out my thoughts on something that just recently came out, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that, but yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that, so yeah, nothing much else to it. Alright, so yeah, I guess if anything, for today's thoughts video right about now, I know I did say that my next one that I'm planning to talk about very soon is Ghostbusters Afterlife, and don't worry, I will still get right on to talking about that said movie when it officially, once I do eventually go see it, since it's already out right but now. In fact, I already finished up rewatching all the other Ghostbusters movies to get myself fully prepared for this one, but I guess until then, similar to when I talked about the god-awful new Home Alone movie on Disney+, we're gonna stay on streaming services right about now, and instead, we're actually going to be talking about the newest movie that had just recently landed on Netflix right about now. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say on that. So yeah, we're going all the way from Disney Plus all the way to Netflix right about now, and yeah, no big surprise on that front. I have talked about a good number of movies and shows on Netflix. Pretty much in these thoughts videos, and I've actually seen some really good titles to be honest, and I guess for today's thoughts video right about now, this one is actually no exception right about now, and yeah, what better way to, of course, get right on to watching a brand new movie on Netflix is, of course, one that's based on a musical right about now. So yeah, looks like we're back at it once again with another movie musical right about now. Except this time it's, of course, pretty much this movie musical that had just landed on Netflix very recently is actually a very interesting one right about now. Yeah, I think pretty much all it is of course pretty much this latest movie is based on a musical that's based on the real-life story of a really great writer and songwriter right about now. So yeah. And of course you may actually know this person for, of course, putting together the Tony Award-winning and Pulitzer Prize-winning musical that is, of course, the longest running for sure. So yeah. I guess if anything, that's of course what I'm talking about for today's thoughts video right about now. So, in case you actually want to know, for today's thoughts video right about now, we're going to be diving into the latest movie based on the musical that had just recently came out, known only as Tick Tick Boom. So yeah, I guess right about now, this movie just recently landed on Netflix right about now, and I had the privilege to see it right about now as we speak, and of course now that I've already finished watching it, I guess I might as well talk about this movie right about now. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess right about now for of course today's yeah, I think for this movie that I might as well talk about, I think I might as well get a bit of a background history for those who actually don't know. Basically, Tick, Tick, Boom, all it is of course, pretty much a movie that's, of course, based on, of course, based on, of course, the musical, I think the music, that... I guess that's pretty much what I can say on that. This movie right now is, of course, based off on the musical of the same name, which, believe it or not, actually chronicles pretty much the part of the life of course, pretty much a writer and song composer, which is, of course, Jonathan Larson, who you may remember who was crafting pretty much the Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize winning musical, which was, of course, Rent. So yeah, I guess if anything, and for those who are wondering, out of all the Broadway musicals I've actually seen throughout my entire life, there's no doubt in my mind that Rent is actually one of my absolute favorites right about now, and yeah, I had the privilege to see it about half a decade ago, all the way through, because yeah, I think pretty much the first time I saw it, it was actually great, but unfortunately I unfortunately left because the person I was working with had to leave for work, so we didn't actually see it all the way through, which does suck, and I do wish we would have seen it all the way through, but thankfully, right around 2016, when some Broadway shows were touring and they were stopping by Syracuse, I had the privilege to see Rent as, of course, one of the shows, and it was actually really great. So yeah. And I guess, if anything, I was more focused on, of course, the musical for sure, but I never actually knew anything on, of course, Jonathan Larson, but upon my further research, he actually has put all of his time and effort in actually putting together the Haga show, to be honest, and even after his passing, his legacy with Rent has, of course, stayed on for quite some time now, and he actually does show for sure, so yeah, and of course I never actually knew that, of course, he took the time to actually, excuse me, so... Yeah, I think, if anything, I never actually knew that he actually composed a musical based around part of his life, to be honest, and that actually did fascinate me a bit, because if anything, I think I know biographical musicals never really actually happening a whole lot. I mean, sure, there are some biopics that happen in movies, but I guess some musicals based on real-life events that happen, not a lot has actually occurred, to be honest, let alone an actual Broadway show based on real-life events would actually happen for sure, so... But yeah, what I actually heard, did my further research on, of course, Tick, Tick, Boom, I actually did find it quite fascinating for sure. I mean... Yeah, turns out the actual Jonathan Larson really took all of his time and effort to actually craft all this stuff that he's been putting together, and in the end does result in some really great stuff, to be honest. So of course, when I actually heard the news that they were going to be doing a movie based on this musical that's going to be available for streaming on Netflix, that actually did got me very interested for sure, and I was actually quite curious to see what they're going to do for that. So yeah, pretty much all I did right around really late tonight is that I did manage to fire up Netflix, and I've decided to actually watch the movie for, of course, what it is. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that, and yeah, I did manage to finish watching the movie all the way through, and I guess my question, I guess the question I know a lot of you guys are wondering is, what do I think of this movie overall? Well, I think I have to say, I'm actually very impressed with, of course, this movie. Yeah, I think with, of course, everything I'm actually seeing right by now, it not only captures, of course, pretty much the original musical that it's, of course, based on, and actually making incredible, but it really does an incredible job in, of course, capturing the interesting pretty much the interesting history that Jonathan Larson has, of course, gave for sure. It was tough to be honest, but I think they really nailed it on the head, and actually does recapture, of course, what has actually happened to the actual Jonathan Larson himself. So yeah, I guess in the end, I really enjoyed this movie all the way. Yeah, and what else can I say? I think it's actually deserving the title as a really great movie overall. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've got the short version out of the way, I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about. So yeah, first of all is, of course, the story for, of course, this movie, and yeah, I guess pretty much all the story is, of course, well, based on what happened in part of Jonathan Larson's life. Pretty much he's on the verge of course, turning 30, and of course he has a rock musical that he wants to, that he's been writing for 8 years, that he wants to get out, and of course in between all that, he has to go through some massive struggles in addition to all that. So yeah, I guess for what is, I actually think the story for, of course, this movie really does capture both part of what's happening in part of Jonathan Larson's life, and of course the musical that this movie is based on, and it really does do a fine job, and of course what it's actually done. I think I've been fully engaged on, of course, what's actually gone on for of course the story for, of course, this movie, and I think for that it really does capture the really nice chronological history that this movie is actually giving us. I'm actually fully engaged on, of course, what's actually going on throughout the course of the movie for sure. So yeah, I guess it's what I can say on the hang, and not to mention the writing. I have to say, mainly the film's writing, in my opinion. I actually think it's really well crafted. Pretty much with, of course, everything I'm actually seeing on screen for sure. It actually does do a fine job, and of course, pretty much writing out everything that's actually been going on, almost recapturing history for sure. Like, of course, everything I'm actually seeing on screen. I think you can easily tell that all the stuff that is happening throughout John Larson's life. It'll actually make you look and say to yourself, "Oh yeah, that's exactly, I know what they said in real life for sure." So yeah. Yeah, and thankfully there's not one little bit of fiction that they actually threw in there to, of course, derail the whole thing. No, everything from what I'm seeing throughout the course of this movie is all true, and really does make it, well, close, but still accurate nevertheless. So yeah, I guess for what it is, both the story and the writing actually really capture, of course, what's actually been giving us, and again, it does come close, but still accurate nevertheless. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've got those two out of the way, I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about the next thing that I should mention, and pretty much the next thing I should mention is, of course, the characters, and yeah, I think with, of course, every single one of them I've seen on screen, they really did an incredible job for sure. I think with every single character I've actually seen on screen, they really are incredibly likable and interesting. Yeah, pretty much every single one of them I've seen, I really do get myself fully invested with for sure, and of course I will give it credit that it does keep the entire focus on, of course, well, Jonathan Larson himself. I think he, since I know this musical, which I know the movie is based on, is centered around him, I think they did a fine job, and of course, really capturing, of course, what's been given. pretty much with every single part of him that I actually see, I actually don't see as, of course, someone who's actually trying to be like Jonathan Larson. No, I'm actually seeing Jonathan Larson movie. Well, Jonathan Larson in this movie being Jonathan Larson. So yeah. And of course, the rest of the characters I have to say, like of course his best friend, his girlfriend, and plenty of others I should mention, they actually really do have that likable and interesting personality that they threw in there, and I will give it massive credit for what it has to do. Every single one of them I've seen, they are really likable and interesting for sure. So yeah, that's what I can say on that, and not only that, all the actors that came on board to play all these characters, they really stand out a whole lot. Each and every single one of them I see, they gave really incredible performances, and with, of course, every single one of them I've seen on screen, they are brilliantly well casted for sure. So yeah, but I think what really stands out to me a whole lot is, of course, well, pretty much Jonathan Larson, to which in this movie is played by Andrew Garfield. And what can I say, Andrew Garfield actually really does an incredible job playing Jonathan Larson for sure. I think with, of course, everything I'm actually seeing pretty much throughout his performance, and every single time I see him on screen, like I said, I'm not seeing Andrew Garfield trying to play Jonathan Larson. No, I think it's pretty much I'm seeing, well, Jonathan Larson being Jonathan Larson. So yeah. Yeah, I will give this movie credit for doing that, and Andrew Garfield really gave out a really great performance in capturing the real-life Jonathan Larson for sure. So yeah, both the characters are, of course, incredibly likable and interesting, and all the actors really gave out really solid performances right about now. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so now that I've got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, quite a whole lot, actually. Pretty much, seeing of how this is a musical, there is, of course, well, music and songs for sure, and what can I say, pretty much all the songs, of course, this movie is, of course, they are incredibly well done, and I actually did listen to part of the soundtrack to, of course, this movie for sure, and they actually really sounded great. Probably two of the ones that I actually really enjoyed the most is, of course, pretty much the first song, which is, of course, 3090, which, of course, has a really great beat, a really great tempo, and some really clever lyrics for sure, which makes it stand out. And of course, the second one, which is probably my all-time favorite, I actually listened to a whole lot, is, of course, the last one they played, Louder Than Words. That one, I have to say, actually has a really incredible melody, and it actually sounds wonderful, to be honest. So yeah, I guess if anything, both 3090 and Louder Than Words are, of course, two of my favorites from, of course, this movie overall, while the rest of the songs, again, I will have to say they're all great, for sure, and it is exactly what I would expect from, of course, pretty much the songwriter from Rent himself. So yeah, that's what I can say on that. And of course, the direction in this movie is absolutely brilliant, and for those who are, of course, wondering, to be honest, the film is, of course, directed by, of course, Lin-Manuel Miranda, which you may know, who is, of course, created In the Heights and Hamilton, and of course, has contributed a whole lot with, of course, Disney, while working on both Moana and the upcoming animated movie that's coming out next week, which is, of course, Encanto, which I'm really excited to see, and not to mention, he even worked with Sony Animation, of course, Vivo, so yeah, all those I've actually talked about pretty much earlier this year, and man, I guess it's safe to say this is definitely Lin-Manuel Miranda's year, to be honest. So yeah, I was actually really quite surprised that this is, of course, the very first movie that he would actually direct for sure, and And yeah, I think I guess for sure, with all the other, pretty much all the other projects I've actually seen for sure, like of course, pretty much the movies he did, like of course Moana, and of course Vivo, and like I said, the upcoming Encanto, which I am planning to go see, and of course the musicals that he is done, which have become movies, like again, In the Heights and Hamilton. He's actually done some great stuff, to be honest, and for him to actually direct this movie, my God, he really he absolutely nailed it on the first try. He really did an incredible job in, of course, implementing his own style for sure. Pretty much, if anything, actually mixing up a bit with, of course, having it be an actual musical, while, of course, have the bullet points in on an actual movie for sure. So yeah, I guess for this to be done by Lin-Manuel Miranda, making his directorial debut, I think he really nailed it for sure. I think he really gave out some really great direction for, of course, this movie, and of course, pretty much visually the film actually looks wonderful, and actually has a really unique style that, of course, it's been given to us, and for that, it actually really does stand out a whole lot, like, of course, with some brilliant lighting, and of course, some really great tone and atmosphere, and everything else I should mention, and not to mention, this film has got some really great cinematography, and actually, yeah, and with, of course, every single one of them I've seen, they do give out some really great camera shots, to be honest, and I really enjoy the incredible editing that this film has, of course, been given to us. Every single cut I've actually seen throughout each scene, to be honest, are, of course, pitch perfect, and they really stand out a whole lot. And of course, on top of all of that, the film's pacing is, again, absolutely wonderful, and I really love it for sure. So yeah, I guess with everything that I have to say, that's how much I actually really love this movie for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Running low on water, to be honest, but hey, I was in a mad dash to, of course, get this video done. So yeah, I guess with, of course, everything I'm actually seeing right about now, that's how much I really love this movie. Though I guess if there's one nitpick that I do have with, of course, this one is that maybe some parts of Jonathan Larson's life I wish could have been explored a whole lot more. I mean, sure, it just did want to chronological, of course, the musical that he was trying to get out before he created Rent. But yeah, maybe I wish if they would have actually explored a whole lot more with, of course, what goes on afterwards, a whole lot more, like what he's been doing since after he turned 30, and what yeah, and what's left to show. Maybe I think it would have stand out a whole lot. So, but hey, I can't fully deny it for sure. Maybe I wish that yeah, I do wish that maybe some parts of Jonathan Larson's life could have been explored a whole lot more for sure. But hey, everything else I can say right about now is still absolutely great. So yeah, I guess if anything, overall, Tick Tick Boom is, of course, a really great movie all the way. Pretty much not only staying true to what the original musical is, of course, based on, but also really recaptured Jonathan Larson's life. So yeah, again, almost comes close to it, but still accurate nevertheless. And for that, I really do applaud this movie for, of course, what it is. It really did a fine job being what's actually being given to us. So yeah, I guess all in all, I really love this movie all the way. So yeah, and would I actually recommend it all the way? Oh, absolutely. So yeah, I guess if anything, if you're one of the lucky people that really love Jonathan Larson's most notable musical that he has done, Rent, and wants to wants to see what goes on before he actually created it, but still turned out to be a great musical that's actually well worth it, then by all means, I highly recommend checking out this movie right about now. It is currently available for streaming on Netflix right about now, so yeah, if you got the time and if you have Netflix, definitely watch this movie. It is well worth a couple hours of your time, and I guess it's safe to say it's actually a really great movie that really speaks louder than words. So yeah, for my final score right about now, I'm of course going to give Tick Tick Boom a really solid 9 out of 10. Yeah, truly a great one all the way, and I am really glad to actually see it, and yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. It's that great, so yeah, like I said, if you got Netflix, definitely check out this movie. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess that'll pretty much do it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and of course, let me know in the comment section below if you have seen Tick Tick Boom and what you thought about it, as well as, of course, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future. Follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty other social media sites that I have provided. All the links to them are down in the description box below. And of course, support me on Patreon if you want to pretty much see some sneak peeks to some videos that I got coming up, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget. And if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of my channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications, so that way you'll be notified once I upload a brand new video. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and oh man, look at the time right about now. It's already getting massively late right about now, and I think I should probably be getting some sleep right about now, because yeah, I really don't want to waste an entire night pretty much all awake right about now. I definitely need my beauty sleep right about now, but hey, not to worry about a thing right about now. My next thoughts video will definitely be on Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I am definitely gonna go see it. So yeah, once I actually do, I will let you guys know what I thought about it. So yeah, my mind is really messed up for sure. Yeah, that's what I get for, of course, staying up late for, of course, this movie right about now. And yeah, I did start on this movie massively late, but hey, I'm glad I got it done right about now. So, alright, so yeah, I think I should probably move the camera out of the way. Yeah, that should do it. And for that, I should probably move the like. Oh man, sorry about that. Whew. Yeah, I'm so sorry about the hag, and yeah, so I'm very sorry that I scared you to be high. So yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get my beauty sleep right about now. So yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in my next thoughts video on pretty much, well, Ghostbusters Afterlife. So in the meantime, I'll get some sleep. So yeah, take care everybody, and good night.